What is up, AltCoin Buzz? This is Steve, and I want to talk about one of my biggest prospects for 2018. So don't get me wrong, this is not the coin that I'm predicting will have the biggest gains of the year, but since we're not investing more than we can afford to lose and we're diversifying our portfolio, I want you to know one of the coins that I am building what I consider to be my solid foundation on for 2018. It's one of the top coins out there, and you've got to have heard about it by now. It's Litecoin. So, all right, it's not one of those micro coins that's out there. It's not one of those quick pump and dumps. It is your silver to Bitcoin's gold, as they say. Although now there's Bitcoin gold, so it gets a little bit confusing. There are a lot of small price fluctuations with this. And I picked up quite a few coins of this the other day. I thought to myself during the dip, I was like, it is just the biggest buying opportunity we've seen. It was a bigger buying opportunity than the micro flash crash before Christmas weekend. So having the full faith of knowing that the market was going to turn around and 2018 is going to be a big, big year. It may not be the fastest growing year you're going to see. It might look a lot like 2017, although I bet you it's going to have a lot more velocity to it because we've got a lot more people at play. So I put my money where my mouth is, and I picked up a nice big old grip of Litecoin, some LTC. So I think easily this coin is going to surpass in 2018 its previous all-time high. If you are curious what that is, let's take a look. And this is right when our boy Satoshi Light, Charlie Lee, he's the founder of Litecoin and one of its biggest spokespeople. I think that he sold it somewhere around the 350 mark. So at one point it hit what would seem today like a crazy price of 371. And if you think that's crazy, back in November when I was shrugging off Litecoin because I was interested in some other things, it was selling for like $50 to $75. So I swear it was under $50 at one point before Thanksgiving. Yeah, I had to, but either way, I don't think anybody knew it was coming to the scale of what it did. But look at the quick gains it had from December 8th all the way to 5 days later, what felt like overnight. So that was a huge success. But I predict that we're going to see pricing in 2018 fairly easily eclipse the pricing that you're seeing here for its previous all-time high. And it was only 1 month ago that it was at that price. So we've seen some ups, we've seen some downs. And if you bought it just a few days ago, you would have picked it up for about $1.75. I think it got super low. Wow, about $150. See, at that time, I took my own advice and I had kind of walked away from the computer and wasn't checking my coin market cap. I wasn't literally walking away from the computer. I still needed that for work, but I wasn't checking my balances, right? Because I didn't want to go nuts. And I didn't actually purchase Litecoin at its all-time low. I purchased it right before that, actually. Well, not all-time low, but recent low. I purchased it right before that. I think I paid about $190, just over $190 and some change or something like that. So if you look at it now, yeah, I'm up, but I'm not looking to sell it right now. I think what we need to be thinking about, let's take a look at the 1 year. I think we're going to see some big old gains, man. Let me scroll down a little bit so you see the rest of that. So a year ago, we were looking at $3.90 Litecoin. Take a moment to let that sink in, folks. That's what I'm doing. I'm reflecting on that. That hurts. For the price of a triple-decker cheeseburger off the McDonald's value menu, you could have picked up a Litecoin and would have been worth over $200 today. How's that burger tasting? Although I hear if you actually had just held on to that burger, it'd probably still be fresh. So they don't deteriorate if you believe what you see on YouTube. So that's it. Let's take a look at the price prediction. So we're sitting at about 205. Don't hesitate if it goes below 200, and don't celebrate too fast if it gets to like 220. We're not looking at little 10% price fluctuations. But I want to show you some news here. This is on News BTC. Got some geniuses over there telling you do not sell on dips and buy on surges. Okay. I think I heard something like that before. Although we didn't invent it either, but basically they're saying don't sell because it's low and don't buy when it's going up, right? You buy when it's down. I'm telling you, Litecoin's still down. You can look here and go, oh no, you're crazy. It's going to drop and revisit these prices, or you can say, hey, it's going to go back to these prices. Well, I see a solid upward trend. That if you rule out, let's say you take this graph, this part of the graph from here to here, and you cut that out and rule that out as some sort of like inflated anomaly, you're still seeing some crazy steady curve coming up right here. If you follow where my mouse cursor is, and we consider the rest of it to be outliers and anomalies, then we're still seeing a nice steady curve. You can't forecast that same growth onward and upward, because if you did, by February, you'd be like a $400 Litecoin. And I'd love to see it, but I'm not making that price prediction. Nor do I really have any inside information that gives me any analysis otherwise to say that we should be expecting it to grow that fast. We might actually be waiting until March or so before we see any type of significant action up above like 250 or something on Litecoin. But this coin is solid. It's got massive adoption in terms of the coins that are out there. It's starting to be used for transactions, and it's built on the Bitcoin core, and it's just been improved upon beyond that, to the point where it produces processes transactions like 4 times faster, sometimes even faster than that, given benchmark comparisons. But you can check out litecoin.org. It's one of their official websites. They've also got litecoin.com, which we'll visit in a second. You can download, you basically download it and start using it, like a wallet. So if you want to check out their communities, this is just a really good purchase for the year. And we've been given a little bit of promise by Charlie Lee, aka Satoshi Light, that there is like some super secret Skunkworks partnership to be announced here in 2018. And that to me could be big news. It wouldn't have been big news to launch it. This is litecoin.com, by the way. It scared me though, because I was afraid that coins were going to drop some big bombs on us, some good bombs on us during the big dip in the market. And I felt like if a coin had dropped some major announcement during that time, it would have been so untimely and so ill-received by most of the investors that it wouldn't have seen any major lift. Like late November through even late December, it seemed like almost any time a coin tweeted, the price jumped. It was just ridiculous, especially if there was anything buzzworthy or noteworthy within that to be an announcement. So I feared that Charlie Lee was going to announce on behalf of the Litecoin Foundation that they had this massive partnership and that the news was going to hit us when everybody was in a slump and that we weren't going to be able to appreciate. So let's hope that we know that it held out because it hasn't been announced, but let's hope that that news comes out and then it's something good. So if you want to watch some videos on it, you can look. It's just like most other coins out there. It's decentralized. It's not something that I expect for you guys to be figuring to solve world problems. It's not creating any type of new technology. It's money. It's simply put, it's cryptocurrency at its purest. It's a coin, so it's not a token. It's not anything else. It's strictly meant as a form of payment. So I like that. It makes it easy for you guys to understand without having to dive into it. So take a look. Here's Charlie Lee on Twitter. This is at Satoshi Light. And he hasn't been very vocal lately ever since he sold off. And I've actually, on a personal note, I'd be curious to find out how much this dude had when he sold, because he claimed not to be the biggest holder of Litecoin. And I don't know what that even means, man. So if you sold it off at like $350 a piece, like, dude, did you have 1 million of them? You were mining it from day one. Did you have 10 million? Did you have... He said he sold every single one. So I imagine that means he's not farming it anymore or mining it. I imagine it means he's not buying it anymore, because he cited it was a conflict of interest. So, and because he was so close to the coin and he was out there pumping it, man. He was defending the coin. He was its biggest promoter, and we never faulted him for that. The dude had some humor. He was very like with the punches, and now it's almost sad to see him taking a back seat ever since he sold. So let's take a look and see if we could find that announcement. I should have pre-gamed it. Here he was talking about the other day with the KFC Canada with the Bitcoin bucket of chicken, where you could buy it for $20 plus like $7 in fees, Canadian, of course. So who knows what that is in real world money. But He's saying it should have been Litecoin. Yeah, you might actually got your chicken before it cooled off at that point. But it was like KFC delivery only. They can only bring you the bucket through a delivery service. It was like the strangest freaking thing. Here he is tossing back and forth between him and Justin Sun from Tron, if that's his real name. Actually, it's not Justin Sun's not his real name. He's got some other name. Let's scroll through here. Official John McAfee. Done. Charlie Lee, I saw a post in his Twitter. He brings up a good point. All these people who are like, join my pump group, like, don't, man. Back off. For real. All right, let's see. Miners can choose not to mine low, blah, blah, blah. I don't think we're going to find it, but either way, I wanted you guys to know this is one of my biggest holdings, one of my biggest outlooks for 2018. I'm like big old bullish on Litecoin. Even if you never hear me talk about it again, because I don't like to beat a dead horse. I don't like to beat any horse, actually. But, it's just a matter that I figured I'd share it with you, because some other guys here on the AltCoin Buzz team, there is like Forrest Gump, right? Litecoin's like a box of chocolates, basically. Or he could have been like Mr. Rogers, but I saw Forrest Gump in that abstract art. While we're on Twitter, let's jump on, guys. You need to be following us. So if you're not already following us or subscribing to us here on YouTube, you're wrong. Hit that subscribe button. And then after you hit it, there's going to be a little bell next to it. So ding the bell. That means you're going to subscribe for notifications so that when we drop videos, you're going to get a little push notification to your computer or your phone to let you know that, hey, you need to jump on and watch this. Smash the like button on this video. It helps make sure that other people out there are able to see the video. There's like a whole big old algorithm on YouTube that Google dictates based upon likes and dislikes and shares and all that stuff. We're on Twitter. We're at AltCoinBuzzIO. Follow us there. If you're on your phone, there's a little ding bell next to it to subscribe for notifications. What we do on here is we drop some suggestions. We take a lot of advice from you guys. This is a community. So if you guys can see what's out here, this is about you guys. So, and everything we push out here is to be a part of your team. We call it, AltCoin Buzz is us, but we've started to refer to you guys collectively. We're all AltCoin Buzz. We're part of the AltCoin army. So we're working on some merchandise in the back end. We think it'd be fun, and you guys have asked for some of that, T-shirts, things like that we can wear out in public. We might be able to get some meetups. We haven't necessarily done that yet. Hey, here's a good one, Crypto Coinopoly. You'd be able to go around the board, grab up all the coins, and then HODL the heck out of them. Go to HODL. In HODL. Yeah. Doesn't it feel like it, though? Anytime you're below your purchase price and you actually HODL the coin, it's like, what the heck else were you going to do with it, man? Hey, out of curiosity, could you guys comment below? I want to take a moment to look at this, because what in the heck? I was like, oh, what are BitConnect coins going for? Obviously, I'm aware of the whole fallout. I've avoided this like the plague. But could someone explain to me why the price of BitConnect coins are still going up sometimes? Like the other day, I thought, man, these things have got to be worth under a penny by now. But they weren't. And I was so confused because like the price went up to like $30. And so it dropped, and then the other day I was like, oh yeah, actually, yesterday. Man, once you get into, if you want to prolong your life, just get into cryptocurrency, because I swear, ever since I got into it, I feel like I've been in it for like 15 years, and it hasn't even been anywhere near that long. But every week that goes by feels like months. So I think I've found a time machine. Like somebody out there in the future has invented a cryptocurrency that I invest in that allows me to come back in time and lengthen my span of like life. And I'm joking, but someone please do that, because I mean this is freaking awesome. I want more of this, right? But yeah, it was like $30, and I thought, man, how the hell is the coin going up still? People read the news, right? Or did somebody leave some like standing orders on the exchanges and walked away from it and forgot what the heck was going on? I don't know. But, if you guys are buying BitConnect tokens out there still, just to fulfill my curiosity, let me know. Because, I mean, are you guys prospecting that somehow the thing's going to open back up and then it'll all blow over, we'll all forget what happened, and then the coins will be worth the previous value again? That's the only thing I can think of why the price would continue to go up on those coins from time to time. But check out Litecoin. If you're not in it, the easiest way, this is my suggestion to some of my friends that are like sitting on the sidelines. What should I invest in? They're always asking me in person. I got a lot of people into cryptocurrency, if you can imagine. I'd like to think for the better, although they never come and talk to me and tell me they listen to my videos. So we'll see about that, but see where their loyalty lies. But the best way to get into one is buy one or buy some, right? I mean, some of these coins are so expensive, maybe you don't want to buy a whole one. But like buy a Litecoin right now. It's a great price in my opinion. It's not all-time lows. It's not all-time highs. It's just a nice, good median price. It gets you on board for 2018. And then you learn a lot more about a coin. You kind of like learn its rhythm. You learn about it. Subscribe to @SatoshiLite. Grab as many Twitter handles as you can. Obviously, subscribe to us on there and just kind of like feel out the coin. I've got a diverse holding of everything. It feels like all these altcoins we talk about, man. I love altcoins. I hold very little Bitcoin at this time. I was holding a lot of it, and then I just decided to move it around because, like through and through, Bitcoin doesn't excite me. I root for it, but altcoins to me are like, I love venture capitalism, and this is what got me into it. Like stocks to me were exciting because it felt like Wall Street, it felt like success, and I was day trading penny stocks and stuff like that. Although they weren't all necessarily pennies. But now that I've gotten into cryptocurrency, it's like this venture capitalism bug bit me. And I look into the tech. If you listen to my ICO reviews, I really like to dive into these projects. We'll even reach out to these guys sometimes and ask for some inside information, or at least shed some light on stuff that may not be on their website. Little known fact, Shosh, he's one of the guys on our team that does a lot of research with us and a lot of business to business communications when we reach out to these projects. He tears them apart, man. Anytime we get into an ICO we like, that we feel like they're just under-delivering the message or that they're failing at stuff, that guy's brutal. And to their benefit, he tears a hole in them, shows them where their weaknesses are, gets them on par, kind of slaps them around a little bit. And we've seen some of them take his advice and really come back freshening up their messaging and things like that. Not that that's what we do for a living, but it's our passion, right? So anyways, this is Steve from AltCoin Buzz. Stay tuned for our next video coming up.